Chapter 6 moves us on to the subject of consumer buying, general purchases, and specifically buying a car. And here are our learning objectives for the chapter. We'll focus on smart buying strategies for all types of consumer purchases, identifying the strategies for effective consumer buying, a process for making purchases, steps to resolve problems, and legal alternatives. Overspending is a major issue in achieving your financial goals. Then making good buying decisions day to day is the foundation for building a strong financial plan. We talked about overuse of credit in Chapter 5. Now we need to explore how to make wise buying choices, cash or credit. Some pretty basic strategies are on the slide. Timing purchases. Different products are on sale at different times throughout the year. You can actually find a calendar for this online. If you're looking at a major purchase, timing it may well be worth it. Location. Do you need to buy from a retail location for future service, or would online work as well? Brand comparison. Here's a tough one. Consider groceries. National brand or store brand private label. Probably packaged in the same facility. Consumer Reports compares national to private label in a variety of categories, and more than you'd expect, private label comes out on top. Label information can give you the cost per unit for price comparison, as well as sell-by or use-by dates. This doesn't necessarily mean the product is bad after that, just not as fresh. Price comparison is pretty basic, but can run into apples to oranges problems. With grocery products, unit prices are on shelf labels and give the price per unit for easy comparison, in small print, but it's there. Be sure to check these, especially if one size is on sale. The sale price per unit may not actually be better, and bigger is not always better either. Coupons and rebates provide a partial refund of the purchase price and can save a lot of money on products frequently purchased. No surprise, more convenience, higher price. Comparison shopping online can save a lot of time and help you zero in on the best value. Exhibit 6.1 on page 189 in your text. This graphic outlines steps to wise online shopping. Conduct online research, don't we all? Compare brands, features, and prices. Step 2, compare brick and mortar versus online options. Price, service, reputation. Step 3, make a purchase. Look for coupons before finalizing your purchase. Be careful in selecting a payment method for security reasons. Step 4, plan for future purchases. Keep receipts and watch for rebates or special offers. We're all probably familiar with warranties. It's a written guarantee that specifies the conditions under which the product can be returned, repaired, or replaced. An express warranty is typically written and may be full or limited to specific parts. An implied warranty covers a product's intended use, meaning it should do what it was sold to do. A coffee maker should make coffee. A warranty of title implies that the seller had the right to sell the item. A warrant of merchantability guarantees that the product is fit for the purpose intended. Used car warranties are typically of the warrant of merchantability type. It should run. The Federal Trade Commission requires that used cars have a window sticker clearly outlining what type of warranty is offered for the car. If sold as is, that means no guarantees. New car warranties typically come with powertrain and corrosion coverage, as well as coverage for basic parts defects. 5 years or 50,000 miles is fairly standard. Many products offer service warranties, extended coverage for a fee. These may not be a wise investment. If you're concerned about repairs or replacement, consider setting aside funds toward any future repairs. Let's walk through the steps to research-based buying. Phase 1, pre-shopping, and this is important. Identify what problem you're trying to solve with this purchase. You need transportation, you need a new TV. Gather information on potential brands, sizes, etc. that may meet your needs. Phase 2, evaluating alternatives. Compare those features, prices, and the sources. Phase 3, selection and purchase. Negotiation. Most people think of negotiating for a new car or a home, but many people will try for a better price or added features anywhere. All they can say is no. Consider alternative payment methods, cash, credit card, closed-end credit. Phase 4, post-purchase. Depending on the type of product, there may be ongoing maintenance involved or concerns that need to be resolved. Exhibit 6.2 on page 192 specifically covers buying a car. We'll walk through each step on the following slides. Phase 1, pre-shopping. A car is a large purchase, so pre-shopping is well worth the effort. Consider exactly what you're looking for before you go too far. sedan or an SUV, new or used, how much you are willing to pay. Use online sources like Kelley Blue Book and Edmunds to evaluate different options. Gather information from as many sources as possible: family, friends, testing organizations, online venues. You need a clear idea of what you're looking for before you start actually shopping. Phase 2, evaluating alternatives. With a car, each phase is important since the dollars involved are significant. Consider new versus used vehicles. New cars lose value the minute they drive off the lot. You may be able to get more for your money with a good used car. Consider leasing. Leasing used to be confined mostly to business vehicles, but many individuals lease vehicles today. We'll look more at leasing later on, but for now, be aware of the terminology. The capitalized cost is the price of the vehicle. The money factor is the interest rate. The payment schedule is the amount and number of monthly payments. The residual value is the expected value of the vehicle at the end of the lease. Phase 3, determining a purchase price. Prices for all kinds of products can vary widely, so it's worth your while to compare price and quality. Many want to skip this step for smaller purchases, but there are benefits to considering alternatives for any item, especially expensive or complex ones, items that you buy frequently. Today, comparisons online are easy. Different sellers offer different prices and services. Quality and price can vary significantly. Motor vehicle options can take 3 forms: performance, comfort, and aesthetic. Performance options include such features as engine size, special brakes, etc. Comfort options include power seats and air conditioning, like we'd skip that in the South. Aesthetic options include special paint, leather interior, special trim. In all cases, consider the cost versus how much pleasure it will bring you and what it adds to the eventual trade-in value. If you're considering a used car, there are a variety of sources. New car dealers. More new cars sold, more used cars available. Used car dealers usually have older vehicles and may offer only limited warranties. Private sales, an individual selling a personal car. This can be tricky unless you have the car checked out or are competent to make that type of evaluation yourself. Auctions can be a good source, but again, you need to know what you're doing. Used car superstores like CarMax, wide variety, and the one in Memphis has a very good reputation. If you're seriously worried about the condition of a used car, consider a certified pre-owned car, CPO. These are usually higher-end models, Mercedes, BMW, returned at the end of a lease and come with a full warranty for a price. Exhibit 6.3 in your text, page 195, outlines steps in checking out a used car: outside, inside, engine, road test. For me, at least, I could evaluate how the car looks outside and inside, but I would need a mechanic to give an opinion on the engine and to road test it before I felt confident about it. We mentioned leasing earlier. There are definitely advantages to leasing a car. The security deposit may be less than a down payment on a new car. Monthly payments may be less as well. A lease provides detailed records, valuable if the car is used for business. Leasing frequently allows you to have a more expensive car and replace it more often than you could buying. On the downside, you have no ownership in the vehicle. You must meet more stringent requirements to lease a car. There may be added cost for additional mileage, repairs, or early return. Overall, leasing is an option worth exploring. We looked at these leasing terms earlier. Be aware, the average buyer pays 92% of list price, while the lessor pays 96%. The payment schedule for a leased vehicle is monthly, like a car note. The primary difference comes at the end of the lease. A residual value will be determined based on the condition of the car when you return it. It's up to you to return it, keep it, or sell it. If the residual value is below market, then return it. Phase 3, determining the purchase price. Negotiation may lower the price or add accessories. If you can't get the price down, ask for other things: special floor mats, oil changes, whatever you can think of. Always deal with the person who can make the decision. You can make the buying decision on your end. You need to deal with the person who can make the selling decision. For both new and used cars, Kelley and Edmunds are valuable online resources. You can check the average value of your trade-in and price exactly the new vehicle you're considering. With new cars, you may be presented with several prices and choices. The sticker price is the price on that window sticker and includes all the listed options and accessories. The invoice price is the price the dealer paid, and you can find this on both Kelly and Edmunds. If negotiation is just not for you, there are set price dealers. No haggling, the price is the price. When buying a new car with a trade-in, don't mention the trade-in until the price of the new car is set, and don't discuss dealer financing until the price is set. There are card buying services, so-called brokers, who will find a specific car and check it out for you. Say you want a vintage 1985 red Corvette. Obviously, they charge a fee for this depending on what services they provide, which may include checking out the car and delivering it to you. When you get to the sales agreement, watch out for lowballing, low initial price that rises with add-ons. Highballing, high price but high trade-in. Quote, how much can you afford a month, unquote. Never leave a deposit unless you are truly ready to buy. Quote, your price is only $100 above our cost, unquote. Do not sign sales agreements with pre-printed dollar amounts. You can, of course, pay cash for a car, and what a nice option if you can. Most of us finance cars. Car loans are available from banks, credit unions, and dealer financing is almost always available, and to the dealer's benefit. You can be pre-approved for a certain amount before you start car shopping to make the process smoother. Be careful of low payment or low rate. It's possible for you to end up owing more than the car is worth, upside down or negative equity, and always check for rebates or special deals. Phase 4, post-purchase. With cars, there are definitely post-purchase activities, and it's important to keep up with the maintenance schedule recommended by the manufacturer. Not only will it keep your warranty valid, but it will prolong the life of your car. With cars, there are both fixed and variable costs. The fixed cost, depreciation, interest on your car loan, insurance, license and registration. Variable cost, gas, oil, tires, maintenance, repairs, parking, and tolls. Take all of this into account when considering a car. Keep good expense records on any maintenance on your car and at least follow the recommended schedule. There are a variety of places to have your car serviced. For serious issues, the dealer may be best and the safest option. For oil changes, tire rotations, a service station, mass merchandiser like Walmart, or one of the specialty shops may be fine. Always be alert for signs of fraud. A couple of slides forward will cover some typical problems with car maintenance. Exhibit 6.4 on page 200 details proper maintenance to extend the life of your car. I'm not going to read through the list. You can read it as well as I can, and most of us are already familiar with the types of ongoing care a car needs. Some of you may can do all these checks yourself. For me, at least, most will require an experienced mechanic. Do it yourself or schedule service. It's important to keep everything running well. Exhibit 6.5 on page 200 outlines some common automobile repair frauds. Again, I won't read through the list, but you should, so you'll know what to be on the lookout for. Bottom line, you should watch carefully if you can when your car is being serviced to be sure no one is tampering with your car to make it appear it needs more service than necessary. Dealing with a reputable business or your dealer will help avoid deceptive practices. We've covered dealing with consumer complaints in Chapter 5, and we're going to cover it again. Problems with purchases, especially with cars, can be frustrating or expensive. The steps are the same for virtually all consumer complaints. Step 1, communicate with the place of purchase and try to resolve the issue. Be pleasant but persistent. Step 2, communicate with the company's main office. Use Contact Us on the firm's website. Step 3, consumer agencies can help if you have not gotten any satisfaction or if any laws have been broken. Step 4, last resort. Take legal action. Small claims court may be an option. If others have the same issues, a class action suit may be appropriate. Filing suit has costs, so legal aid or prepaid legal services may help. To protect yourself, only do business with companies you trust. Avoid signing contracts you don't understand. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Always compare the cost of cash versus credit. And avoid impulse buying. Don't rush into a purchase. Chapter 6 Summary. Learning Objective 1, Strategies for Effective Consumer Buying. Learning Objective 2, A Process for Making Consumer Purchases. Learning Objective 3, Steps to Resolve Consumer Complaints. Learning Objective 4, Evaluating Legal Alternatives. The rest are exhibits for auto readers.